See if I can find the split button now. Well, pretty sure I'm live. So let's talk. What we got going on here? See that beautiful, beautiful Faith here? Man, she's sexy. Sorry, I just love looking at her. She's absolutely gorgeous. I love this car more than anything. There we go. Oh, it is working. So what's up, guys? Welcome to CDL's Blind Life. Exactly what the title says. Just some little bit of garage talk, a little bit of updates on stuff that's going on. I was gonna make this a video and do it and edit it and all that cool stuff, but I'm like, you know what? I'm allowed to use the feature now of going live, so why not use it? You know, every once in a while it's good just to do stuff on the fly and not feel like everything's like rehearsed. You know what I mean? So, oh wow, it's bright stuff. So yeah, what's going on here? Like I said, I know you guys have always all seen like my garage and stuff like that. It's always just super like messy and stuff like that. You know, it's filled. As you can see in the background behind me, hopefully you see the Civic is no longer here. It is not in. It's in the driveway now. It's no longer in the garage. See if I can flip this around for you guys again. And actually, yeah, I don't know where the camera flip button went because I was gonna flip it around and show you guys the empty space in the garage now. Whatever, but it's all to the good. You know what? There it is. Bam. Okay, cool. Got it. So yeah, I didn't get the shelves cleaned off the way I wanted to 100%, but I did make room for stuff. So I mean, the box is right here that's supposed to go with my roommate to his work to throw away. He got his car out. He was going to keep it and build it because he's had this car forever. He loved it, but he wants to get rid of it now. So anyone's looking for a Civic, holler at your boy. Yeah. So over there, kind of got more to do, but made a little bit of headway. Got stuff, I won't say organized, but we got stuff kind of segregated and separated and stuff like that. So wanted to show you something else that's going to go on the other car, which I haven't talked about yet. I was trying to keep it like a surprise. Told you guys kind of that I was going to get another project, and it's possibly one that has already been here that some of you guys have already seen, but I'm not going to show you guys until I'm able to go over to where the car is at and show it to you guys that way and stuff like that. So you guys have probably seen, you guys have seen my videos if you've been watching for a while. Eric Steen is one of the only other people I allow to touch my car. There's very few people that I let touch my car. Eric Steen is one of them, and he's gonna be putting it together. So what I really wanted to show you guys was, that you guys saw one of my last videos. You guys saw that I pulled the motor out of the Civic, I pulled it out of Hope, which felt great to do some work, to get dirty, to, finally get to like do some hands-on stuff I know how to do without worrying about, messing something up. So it felt great doing that. So I pulled the motor out of Hope, which you guys all know was a JDM B20B high compression motor. And so I pulled that motor out, Type R transmission, is gonna use that in the new project. But, I was like, started getting all whatever. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it in. If you guys know me, I'm like this. I'm like, I'll throw it in, I'll leave it. It's a full swap. No, nothing to invest, just throw it in. I know it works, it's all good to go. And then I started playing with the idea, like, hey, maybe I should build it, and that's my problem. I start like getting all like, oh, build it, just do this and that. And I'm like, no, it runs fine, leave it alone. So it's already in my head that I'm gonna build a B20V. So, I was doing some research, talking to people, and I already kind of had the idea like what I wanted to do, I actually had some 84.5 millimeter pistons laying around that I was gonna build in the first place. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll have Eric take it apart, throw the pistons in, get some rods, get like, all new bearings and redo the whole motor, the whole shebang bang and do it and I'll be good to go, cool. I'll find a head and this and that. And I started doing all the math. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a little over budget. Do I really want to do it? And, there's so many mixed things I hear about B20 VTECs, but, you know, half people I know that have a B20 VTEC that's all motor or turbo or whatever, they run great forever. The other half of people I hear about, they blow up like within like months, within a couple thousand miles. So I've driven a lot. The torque feels great. They are torque monsters. I love them. But I started thinking about the numbers. Being realistic, I didn't want to go super crazy with the budget, because I still have more stuff to do to Faith, and I'm sorry, but Faith is my priority. And so I was like, let's really just calm down and really think about it. And something presented itself. A buddy of mine had another friend that acquired a car that had a motor in it, and he couldn't get the title for it, so he decided to part it out. Well, I won't talk numbers or nothing like that, but for the price that I was going to pay for a head, because we all know that B series stuff is going up in price like nobody's business. I decided, instead of buying just a head, to buy a complete LSV. So I am stoked about it. The guy honestly didn't really know much about it. A friend had it that he knew that ended up, passing away a long time ago. Not my story to tell, but the motor's been sitting for a couple years. So we're going to take all the preventative measures about, redoing this, like putting it back in to make sure that, nothing, falls apart for the most part. Came with a header, which I didn't really need, but, I'll definitely take it. And it actually has the old school Skunk 2 Pro Series intake manifold, Skunk 2 throttle body. I believe that someone said it has an AM fuel rail on it. It's like other stuff. Like I said, I don't know. I can't see too well. People that can see that are watching my channel, you'll see what everything is. And hey, you know what? I always take what someone else has to say. You can tell me what you see, and I'll be happy to listen. You know what I mean? Because I can't see everything that's on it. But yeah, cam gears, stuff like that. So I mean, the motor's pretty solid, from my understanding and stuff like that. And obviously, for my own peace of mind, I'm gonna replace, the timing belt, the water pump, the head gasket, just because, I just have to do it for myself. So I'm pretty stoked about it. It is a B16 head. So yeah, I'm not sure if it has cams in it or not, but crazy enough, if you guys remember my earlier videos, you guys remember when I first started building Faith, what I used, and they're not what's in this box, but crazy enough, I found the guy that had my old cams, my Buddy Club Stage 3 cams, and I was going to use those for the B20V, but you know what? I'm going to use them for the LSV now. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'm hoping that this thing does have dual valve springs and retainers in it, so I don't have to worry about buying any and having machine work done, but if I have to, I have to. It's not that big of a deal. So I still price it out and do all the math in my head, and it's still way cheaper than it would be to build the B20V and going and buying the head and going to do all the machine work and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about, getting this motor and stuff like that. I think that'll work really great with the ITR trans. Like I said, I'm gonna have Eric, take it, kind of do some inspection to see, what's all in the head. Hopefully it's got, dual valve springs retainers. And if it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to get have the head taken off. Might as well have it resurfaced, and then, have the dual valve springs retainers put in and stuff like that, have the valves all readjusted. And then from there, I might even, just depending on what's in the bottom end, might go with some high compression pistons and some aftermarket rods, new bearings, stuff like that. So pretty much do a fresh rebuild, just depending on, what's all in the bottom end, because the guy didn't really know much about it. So for all I know, it might already have stuff done to it that I don't know about, or I might have to do it all myself. So, I mean, it's kind of a happy, mysterious type of thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah, That's kind of like what I wanted to give you guys an update on. I was gonna get like a video, like I said, but you know what? I'm gonna wait until I get the motor over to Eric's house so I can show you guys what the new project actually is, so you guys can kind of see it from beginning to where it's gonna be when it's done. And actually, you know what? I can't show you those. That'll give everything away. I was gonna show you something else I had for it, but it'll give that away. It'll give it away 100%. So have to wait for those to show you those. So yeah, and then people that have never seen, you know, my car or whatnot, you know, I love this thing. This thing's like gotten me through so much, so many dark times, just so much stuff to let me know that got me my confidence back, you know, which I'm happy about. You know, it's just something that's find the latch. Sorry, you know I gotta do stuff by feel, guys. That's just how I work. That's how it works for me. So now I don't see the button to switch back and forth. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So yeah. So what the plans are for Faith, okay? What I'm gonna do, like I said, right now, Faith is running so damn good that I don't want to even touch her. You know, I want to enjoy her this year. I don't want to have to do anything to her at all this year. I really just wanted to enjoy it this summer, you know, because, you know, last summer, the summer before, I spent all the time like trying to build, trying to tune, do all the stuff to the car, and it just took up the whole year. And this will actually be the first year, you know, God forbid anything happens, you know, we'll, you know, go ahead and knock on some wood for that. Knock on wood that nothing happens. But she's running so great right now. I don't want to touch her. So what we're going to do for, I think fall this year, fall, summer, or fall, winter time, is we're going to take Faith apart. My whole goal, you know, was to be over 300 for this. And, you know, I gotta tell you, Papa Ernst, like Ernie Nyberg, was 100% correct. He's like, no, man, like, you're not gonna be happy. I'm like, no, I will. You know, once I get 200 all motor, I'll be happy. He's like, I guarantee you won't. And what happened? I got a supercharger. And then I was like, okay, I just want to be over 300. I'll be good. Bam. I had a number in my head. Honestly, I'll tell you guys now, if you look at one of my videos, I'm like, I have a number in my head and hopefully I hit it. And I didn't hit it. My goal in my head, you know, was 325. I hit 312. But then again, I didn't have, you know, a 3-bar map sensor, which I didn't know about. I didn't know like what those things actually really were and stuff like that. And so, you know, I'm learning as I go. I'm old school, so I didn't know about none of this stuff. You know, I'm relearning this stuff. So, ended up getting, you know, 3-bar map sensor and all that stuff like that. Went on E85, went back to Rich, you know, and then I did 343. I wanted 350, but you know what? I would have hit 360 if I would have let him rev it to 10,000. But I was like, you know what? 9,500 is good, you know, and, you know, contrary to like whatever belief of other people, you know, my motor can handle it. It was built for it. You know, it's a high compression build. It can handle that power. So, yeah. But now my goal is I want to be right around 450, no more than 500, just because I know like after 500, people start having like a lot of problems. Like, you know, people say more money, more problems, more power, more problems. So, yeah, that's the new goal for Faith. The other goal also is to, you know, get her painted. Make sure she stays, you know, stays good. You know, make sure she's all pretty like the way she should be. You know, you guys have seen now. I love these wheels. I'm sorry, but they just add so much to her. Like, you know, I'm sorry, but I'm in love with my car. I'm sorry. I'll never get enough of looking at her at all. You know, the only thing that bugs me really are the holes in the doors. But, you know, for me, I'd rather have little tiny holes than a whole strip of black molding that doesn't match any of the rest of the car. That's just my thinking. So I'm like, you know what? It's temporary. It's temporary. Now I'm like, okay, it's been, you know, since the life of the car, since I did it, you know, now it's really time to, you know, get going with everything and try to get her painted. Um, the whole goal at first was to go Phoenix Yellow. Um, as you can see the valve cover, that was the whole goal, was to be that color, this and that. But honestly, after going to the J front, because I planned on staying USDM front and doing like a full Type R USDM clone, I've looked at more and more, Phoenix Yellow, Integra, and stuff like that have a J front on them. And I honestly, I really don't like them. I'm not going to lie. Like, something about the Phoenix Yellow and USDM is beautiful. The most beautiful car I've ever seen. To me, it goes Phoenix Yellow, USDM, then, why am I having a brain fart? And then Nighthawk Black, USDM, and then, then the white in USDM. But to me, white always looks better with the J front. That's just my own opinion. Like I said, everyone can have their own opinion. This is mine. With the J front, like honestly, I dig Nighthawk Black probably the most, and then white probably maybe close to the equally shared. White with carbon fiber is just the bomb. That works for me. So that's kind of like my style. So we'll see what happens. I'm still trying to figure out colors and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure I'm taking Phoenix Yellow off the table. And so, yeah, so I'll let that be a surprise what kind of color I end up picking. So, yeah, guys, just wanted to give you guys like a little update, kind of what's going on with stuff, and, tell you guys how great you guys are. And, I got to give a shout out to, my sponsor, Andy & Co. Always keep me fresh. Bam, it's at YouTube, C Does the Blind Life. You know what I mean? So, I just want to say, life is short. Sorry, I always have to get a little bit inspirational on you guys and get a little deep on you, but life is short. You know what I'm saying? Like, enjoy it because it's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. If you have negativity, you have people in your life that are dragging you down, that are holding you back, cut them off. 100%. I'm sorry. I know that it's hard sometimes to, just say, screw it, but, I gotta leave you, whatever. But that's the best thing to do sometimes, is cut people off, because you can't have them dragging you down, because they don't have your best intentions at heart. They don't. They have their own intentions. And the bottom line is everyone has an agenda. That's just the fact, Some people's agendas are pure and good, and they literally mean what they say when they say, they want the best for you. And other people don't. They watch you and they just depict everything you're doing. And I don't know if it's jealousy or whatever's going on in life, but some people are just there on the sidelines to witness what you're doing. And, I've always been told, like, the biggest friend you can have is someone who is behind the scenes and what they say behind your back. That's just a fact. What people say when you're not around lets you know who people really are. And that's just what it is. And I'm just going to say it. I wasn't going to say I was going to keep quiet about it, but, honestly, on Facebook, for the most part, like, I'm not really adding new friends, and it's not because, not against anyone, but, not everyone's the same. I know that. Had an experience or so with adding some people. I added a couple people, and funny enough, one of the dudes I added just kind of, I didn't really even know him, we talked about some car stuff, whatever, fast forward, started saying all sorts of weird stuff, when I'm on Facebook, in my forums, because I'm in pretty much every car forum. There's keeping it real, there's no blind people in any of the car forums for the most part, okay? I go in there just because, I love my Hondas, I love doing what I do. So when I'm talking to people, oh, you were doing this meet, do you want to go? How, this is where the meet is, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll see what's up, see if I can get there. They're like, well, it's on this date, this is enough time. I'm like, well, I got to find a driver. And they're like, wait, why you got to find a driver? And so that obviously says, hey, you know what? I can't drive for this reason versus, oh, woe is me, But it's like, hey, man, yeah, I'm pretty much blind. I can't drive. Like, what do you mean? Why are you building a car if you're blind? Then you got to explain it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to explain it anymore, whatever. And there was one dude, like I said, that was like, oh, you're not blind. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was actually on my friends list, and he was seeing all the stuff that was going on. Like I said, he added me. He sent me a friend request because he was trying to buy parts off me, and then we kind of just kept talking and stuff like that. And then, he started saying stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, someone like that, I don't even know you. I got no problem cutting you off. So I just deleted him. And then something happened, this led to that, and then we crossed paths in a forum, and he starts talking crap about my engine. And I'm like, all right, bro, you don't even know nothing about my motor at all. You obviously don't know me. You don't know what was done to this car. Like, and I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm like, you know what, my motor is what it is. It can handle everything. He starts like, oh, well, it's not gonna like last. No one wants your beat up motor. I'm like, first of all, I'm not selling it. I'm just saying this is what it's worth. If this motor is going for this, mine should go for double because of what's into it, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, no one wants your beat up motor. But I'm like, all right, dude, you obviously don't know me. You have no idea that there's less than 1,000 miles on this build. This car's been built for 2 years and there's less than 1,000 miles on it because I don't drive. I can't see. So every time I get to go for a cruise, it's about maybe at the most 70 miles, which isn't very often, not to mention the break-in miles that I did and all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, man, there's no point in arguing. You're like, you have no idea, whatever. And so that was kind of it. And it really got to me, it's like, oh, well, you whatever, dude, you're a one-eyed bandit, like whatever. Like you say you're blind trying to get sympathy. I'm like, nah, bro. It really bugged me because I'm like, you know what? If people really out there are thinking that I want sympathy, honestly, I'll keep it real. Don't follow me. Don't follow me anymore. Feel free to stop subscribing to my channel. Don't talk to me anymore. Not trying to be a dick, just being honest, because I don't want anybody's sympathy at all. I appreciate all the support I get. I just want to be viewed as everybody else, but I'm just someone that has a little bit of challenge and still doing what he loves. That's what I want to be viewed as, someone that's still pushing forward despite what they're given. Not trying to play a sympathy card, because I don't want anyone's sympathy. That's just what it is. And it's bugged me for that long, and it really fueled me to really get the thing going on the other project. I'm like, you know what, man? I don't want anyone's sympathy. I don't want this or that. I just want to keep doing the stuff I'm doing for the people that watch me and tell me what you're doing is inspiring me and pushing me. And that's what I want. That's what my channel is all about. That's who I am. That's who I'm always going to be. So if you think I want sympathy, if I'm trying to make people feel bad for what's going on with me, you know what? This isn't the channel for you. Let's be honest. If you want someone that's motivated, that got dealt whatever cards he got dealt, but you know what? He's still going to play them until the game is over, and who's going to keep building cars, who's going to keep trying to push himself on his motorcycle, going to keep doing the stuff he loves, keep trying to motivate and inspire people. This is where you want to be, because that's what I do. That's who I am. That's who I'll always be. Okay? People can like it or not, and that's how I've always been. I've been raw. I'm not chasing any friendships, not doing any of that stuff. I'm just being who I am. I'm the same person as I am on these videos to you guys as I am in real life off of it. So, sorry, just had to get that out. Because like I said, it's been firing in my soul for the last couple months when it happened. And I'm like, you know what? I can't let it linger anymore. People got to hear that, you know what? If that's what they think, then, it's in the channel for you. That's all I got to say. But you know what? I love all the guys, all the ladies, all the people that have been here for me, watching me on this entire journey, and that have seen and that are witnessing what I'm doing and what I'm doing for me. Because at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do for yourself. But when you're doing great stuff, I'm going to keep it real. Like people have told me, so, someone tells you this many times, you're doing great things, it's amazing, then you got to believe it. So the great things I'm doing, I'm not just doing it for myself anymore. I'm trying to do great stuff and push people to let them know that you don't need to give up. You can keep fighting no matter what situation you're given. Because honestly, at the end of the day, woe is me stuff doesn't work. Because you know what? I can cry and moan like, okay, I'm in this situation. Please, everyone give me sympathy, this and that. But you know what? There's someone out there who is blind, completely blind. There's someone out there completely blind in a wheelchair. There's someone out there completely blind in a wheelchair that is an amputee. There's there's so many other things out there that are worse. And that's what I got to in life. I mean, you know what? There's always something worse. There's always someone bigger and badder than you. And it has to be the opposite, You can't always be the best. That's not the way it works. You can't always think of yourself as a victim because there's someone out there that's been through way worse than you. So the best thing is to do, lift each other up, push each other, motivate, and just do what you want to do in life and do it for you. And if people like what you're doing and you're doing it for the right reasons, then kudos to you. And that's where I am in life. So I hope everyone that, follows my channel, that sees what I do, knows why I'm actually doing what I do. So, I can ramble on and on, but I'm not going to keep you guys going. My arm hurts a little bit from holding this phone. Switch your arms up a little bit. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys all so much. Appreciate you guys all. Remember, if you have people that need to hear this, if you just like what I'm doing, period. First time someone across the channel, had someone message me like on Instagram saying, "Oh, I found your channel like by accident, and I've been watching you ever since." You know, that stuff feels great to me. That is absolutely amazing. So if you have people that need to hear this, that want to hear a message, that want to see, you know, cool stuff, you know, to get ideas about cars and stuff like that, by all means, share it. You know, I try to keep my cussing absolutely to a minimum, you know, but sometimes, you know, you get so fired up and passionate, it comes out. So I'm sorry about that. But for the most part, I try to keep it to a minimum. So, like I said, you know, love you guys all. Like I said, the next giveaway I do is going to be at 1,000 subscribers. The next big giveaway I do, I actually have a little bit of trinkets, stuff like that. I'm going to like give out. You know, Andy and Co. has been great. She's taking care of me. Actually going to, I got some of those like those little bags that are, you know, like the drawstrings bags, that little ones that, like, you know, most soccer players have for like their cleats and stuff like that. I have a bunch of those that I'm gonna end up giving those out. So I want you guys, you know, I'll let you guys know when I start giving those out, and you know, I have a sticker in them for you guys, stuff like that. You know, just to show my appreciation for you. So I have about probably like maybe 10 or so I'll probably be giving out. So you know, stay tuned for that. And like I said, the next big giveaway, I'm trying to think of something huge that involves everything I'm doing. You know, I really want everyone to realize it's going to happen at 1,000 subscribers. When I get to 1,000, you know, I'm just going to like be modest. I'll say I'm at 600. I'm a little bit more than that, but you never know. You know, people come, people go. It's your right. It's all good. But I'm going to say I'm at 600. I have about 400 subscribers to go to get to that goal. I'm hoping to do it, you know, in the next few months, so I can do this giveaway during summertime, because it's going to be something that has to do with car related stuff, bike related stuff, you know, gym related stuff, because I've been going to the gym a lot lately, and it's been making me feel great about everything I've been doing. You know, only wish I would have, you know, started doing this a little earlier. But then again, you know, I think about stuff like that too. It's like, you know, if I would have went down, you know, the road and stuff like that, you know, there's a possibility I wouldn't be doing this right now. It's just staying facts. So I mean, sometimes you have to like lose your way to find your way. So yeah. But I love you guys all. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Giving you guys a next video, next update on you know, the other car and stuff like that, when I get over there to get this motor there. And you know, have Eric probably get some video of him putting everything together and stuff like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, do a fade out on Faith, because she's beautiful. So into this bad boy. But on that note, guys, stay blessed and have a fantastic day and fantastic week.